In the previous film about using flash, you saw how bouncing the flash off walls and ceilings can really help to improve the quality of light on your subjects. And it's a great technique for using at family get-togethers and parties and so on. And it gives you an all-round nice light. Certainly a lot better than direct flash, where the flash is pointing straight at the subject. But what if you wanted to take a more creative portrait, something a little bit more dramatic? Take a look at some of the photos you see in magazines, some portraits, and what you might notice on some of the photos is that the subject's face, well, one side of the face, is kind of got more shadow on it. And that kind of lighting effect is called light modelling, and it gives a photo more of a, certainly more depth, and looks a lot more professional. Take a look at some of these photos from recent covers of the Radio Times, and you'll see what I mean. Look at the subject's faces, and you'll see in each one there's more of a shadow on one side of the face. Here's a recent photo that I took at my local camera club. You can see that the side of the model's face nearer the camera is more in shadow than the other side. Looks nice, doesn't it? Now, that photo wasn't actually taken with bounce flash, but you can get a similar effect when bouncing. The problem with the standard method of bouncing, like I showed you in the first film, is that although most of the light goes off the wall or ceiling, some light is still hitting the subject from the flash head. So although the light is generally much softer, it tends to be a little bit flatter. You don't get any of this kind of modelling or the nice shadow on the face because there's still light coming off the flash head. So having said all of that, finally, here's the tip I want to show you. Instead of bouncing the flash normally, all you need to do is put your hand in front of the flash so that the light is still going off to the side, but now there's no light hitting the subject. Let's see what difference it makes. So Lawrence has agreed to be our glamorous model for today. We're going to do a couple of shots. The first one just using standard bounce flash, and the next one I'm going to cover the flash head like I said, and see if we can compare the difference in the photos. This is an 85mm lens, so it's going to give us quite a close-up type of shot. So here's the first one, just bouncing the flash normally. And that looks pretty nice. Nice soft light on his face. But let's see what happens now if I cover up the flash head or the front of the flash head with my hand. Now the light is still going off to the side, but no light is going to be reaching him now from the front of the flash. You can see that the left side of his face has a lovely soft shadow, which compared to the previous bounce photo adds more depth to his face and makes him look even more attractive, if that's humanly possible. Here's the comparison between the two shots. The difference is easy to see, and I would say the second shot looks far more professional, and all I did really was prevent the light from the flash hitting him directly. That's all well and good, but you saw how tricky it was for me to use my hand to cover the flash while still taking a photo. And some of you who are not so lithe and supple as myself might have difficulty with that. In actual fact, if you're bouncing off the other wall, then it's a lot easier to cover the flash with your hand. But really, it's not something you want to make a habit of. A much better and certainly more comfortable way of achieving the same effect is to use what photographers call a gobo or a flag. Here's the one that I use. It's made out of black foamy stuff that you can buy from craft shops. You can find details about the material and its dimensions lower down on this page. They're also very easy to attach. Just put some sticky Velcro on your flash head and some on the gobo and just place it on one side of the flash head. One of the problems with using this approach, that is creating light modelling on a person's face, is that the shadows tend to show up the wrinkles and the blemishes on your subject's face. So you have to be careful before using it for, say, mature women. To be honest, it is best used with youngsters and maybe mature men like myself who don't mind the lived-in look. Here's a shot of my friend Peter as an example. You can see the shadows and lines on his face have been accentuated by the type of lighting. Anyway, do give this a try. It's very easy to do and it can make a great difference to your indoor portraits. Bye for now.